This is just a quick tutorial on the Contractor Register and some of the new features. The Contractor Register can be either accessed from the Quick Links page or from the top toolbar. Like some of the other registers with a hazard and incident register, the color-coded process is also used here. Red is actually highlighting that you've actually added a contractor and you've sent them the link, but they have not updated their details. Orange means that the contractor has updated their details or you have updated their details. And green means that you've actually verified the contractor via the view button here in alternate green. These other icons are just highlighting. You've got red icons and a tick. This red cross here is highlighting that they actually haven't uploaded their workers' compensation, public liability or professional indemnity. The green tick highlights that they have, and also all their expiry dates are up to date. If you had the red cross with this alert icon here, it highlights that their workers' compensation or public liability has expired. So the difference between this red cross and this red cross is that if you see this icon here, that means they have uploaded their data and it's expired. You see this cross by itself, that means that they haven't uploaded their data at all. So you can publish this register in a variety of formats as normal. But let's add a contractor and see the process. So we'll just add the contractor AAA. And you can enter the email address here and their phone number if you wish, and all their details. You can actually put an activity in here or whatever it may be that they're going to be doing. That soon will be a drop-down box. It'll be picking up from your activity register. Location of work, and you can also select who's actually sending this email. The reason why you want to do that is if the contractor actually replies to the email, it'll come back to you, making sure you've got an email address in the system. If you don't do that, they'll reply and they'll actually send it to Online WHS instead. Start day of work, you can put a completion and the day you're actually sending this link. Now here's a bit of a new change. This is actually the email content that is actually sent. You can actually change this content if you wish. There is a little bit of a blurb above this email set here, so that you can't change, but you can actually edit and change all the text in this kind of field. You can actually upload documents here, and if you upload a document, it'd be as an attachment to that email, and you can add as many kind of items that you want. So you might say, for an example, want to upload your own induction instead of using an online induction inside the system. You might want to do it by paper-based, where it's just an attachment, they download it, and then they can upload it into the system. But let's assign an induction as well. So this is actually, once you hit save, it's going to take you to your induction list. You can actually assign that induction to that contractor and by a given date with the review date. Submit. Make sure to select finish, and it'll actually go into the system as mentioned before in red. The contractor would have received the email and any attachments that you've actually set on that email. Here is the email that the contractor will receive. With the attachment, they can download that, whatever it may be that you've actually attached there. But here's the top bit. It just has a blurb on work date, start date that you actually did from the top of the form. And here's the bottom half of the form where you can actually edit and change that. But it's kind of actually instructing the contractor on what to do. And what they need to do is actually hit this compliance form link here. So the contractor selects this compliance link, and it will actually take them to a 4-step portal where they can actually enter all their employees or subcontractors and go through this 4-step process. So they enter all their details and so forth. One thing they can actually do, if you've signed that induction online, if they click here, here's their induction that they can actually complete. They can complete their induction. And once they complete that induction, they can close that window, come back to the form and go on. they might want to send this email to someone or one of the other employees. Or if you did actually upload something manually, you can instruct them to actually print it out and scan it and then upload it here. So the contractor can go through here, they can enter all their qualifications and add their qualifications, as well as adding as many employees or whatever it may be that's going to be undertaking work with them. If it is a subcontractor, what it'll do, it'll send that person that email as well. And you're looking at, they can click on it and they can fill out all their details of their employees and so forth. One thing that'll actually happen with these two different types, the contractor's employee or the subcontractor, all these employees will be seen in the contractor's matrix, and this one will actually go into a subcontractor matrix. They can go through here, they can upload their safe work methods, and they can add as many safe work methods as they wish, and then they can actually select save and move on to the next one. They can actually go, do they want to send it to their sub-employees or whatever it is, they can say yes, and that will send them an email where the employee can actually do the induction and so forth. Let's select no. They go on to the next step where they just highlight what things they have in place, save. It'll take them to the next step after that where they're doing site safety, and they're going to enter their site representative or whatever it may be that they're going to do. And finally, it will take them to the fourth step, which is one of the most important steps, where they'll actually enter all their insurances. So they can select on the workers' compensation, they can put an alert date, and then also an expiry date. And they can go through here and upload and so forth, a scanned document, and they can fill out that form. Save. Once that is done, it'll actually log the contractor out. So the contractor does not see all this other stuff up the top. They only see that contractor portal. They have only access to that portal. That's it. It's now going orange inside the system. As I mentioned, here's the induction records of the contractor and their employees, and here's the records for the subcontractors. You'll notice that this is green tick because I actually just did the workers' compensation, and you're looking at the public liability and professional indemnity fields are red cross because I didn't upload any data there. I can now select view. If I come down here, it'll actually have all the details of all the contractors entered, and it'll actually create an ID card as well. If you scan that QR code, you can make it public. What that'll do, it'll actually bring up this page here. All their safe work methods and documents will all be sitting here if they've actually uploaded documents, and their expiry date for the workers' compensation. One thing you can actually do, you can actually select this tick box here, and what that will do, it'll automatically email alert the contractor on any of their expiry dates of their insurances. You should also set email alerts up in the user admin dashboard contractors alert to automatically alert you if they haven't done that. If I come down here, you can actually select verify and the verified date, and this is where it'll actually turn the contractor register to green. It won't go back to red, but these icons here, this icon here, if workers' compensation is overdue, it'll actually highlight, as I mentioned, with this red cross and this expiry icon here. So that is the contractor register, how it works. Hope you like it. There's some other features coming into this register in the near future, but that will give you a good detail on exactly how that contractor register works.